So I was talking with a technical architect and we talked for a while about AI. We talked about some of the new innovation that's happening in this space, things that Google Vertex is doing, OpenAI is doing, Claude is doing, and like a whole host of those kind of things. And after a bit, I asked him about their business processes, about how they sell, who they sell to, what's sort of the trajectory of someone from not knowing their organization to actually becoming their customer. And I did not get a good sense. And the reason I'm raising this is because a lot of people in technology make this mistake. They don't really understand their business process very well, particularly in terms of the life cycle of their customer. In my opinion, there can nothing be more important than really deeply understanding the life cycle of your customer, from the prospect all the way to how they become a customer. What are sort of the underlying processes? And I'm not talking like a classic quote to cash type process. I'm talking really deeply understanding the human behind your customer. So if you sell to organizations in a classic B2B environment, who's buying in those organizations? Are you selling to a salesperson, an operations person, a security person, a finance person? And how does your organization pitch to them? How do your offerings help your customer do their job better? So you can argue, I'm a technologist, I write code, I optimize things, I am looking at infrastructure, enterprise integrations, data, whatever. And beyond the point, it may not be very necessary for me to understand what my company does. And in theory, that sounds good. But deep innovation will come from people who really understand technology, but are equally good in understanding the nuances of their end user and their challenges. If you talk to a salesperson, your fundamental view could be, hey, the sales guy talks to a bunch of people, maybe they take them out for drinks and they call a deal, right? That is probably one view. It may not be right, but it's a view nonetheless. Your other perspective could be, this person is only interested in their quota and they're only interested in their commission, they're coin operated. I hear a lot of those kinds of things. But what we forget is that a whole lot of people are legitimately more interested in doing meaningful work. Yes, they want to make money. Yes, they want to meet quota. Yes, they want to be in President's Club and all of that. But they're also deeply concerned about the benefit of their end customer. And when you start thinking that way, you start understanding their challenges, both in terms of meeting quota, of course, but also in terms of what can they do to better serve their customer. And then innovation can emerge from that. If we start understanding that enough, if we are user-centric enough, then we will see the gaps that they see but cannot articulate. Otherwise, our knee-jerk reaction is, oh, look, I have generative AI. I can start creating emails for you. Of course you can create emails for me. But if I was bidding on $1 million deal, you think I want to use a generative AI written email, right? A very classic technology trait that I find is that we'll be like, yeah, I have Zoom, I have Teams, I have something else. It records meetings. It does summarization. It does meeting notes. Have you read any of those meeting notes? You know how long and unwieldy they can be? They're not fun. And there are things like these that you don't understand, that I did not understand operationally because I wasn't a sales rep. I wasn't a customer success person way back when, right? But the thing that I think we can all acknowledge is if we find the humility to really deeply understand what they are doing, if you look at production data, if you have access to it and see the kind of notes they are taking, then you can understand what are used for. Are they really taking the kind of notes that you get out of any sort of a meeting generating software? Are they useful? Because so much of this sounds really cool to talk about and to sell software and to buy software, but to consume software, the adoption of it will only come when we think about it deeply. And so in my mind, a lot of these AI projects will fail, not because they're not going to deliver, the technology may deliver on the promise, but it's just a promise that the end user doesn't care for enough. Curious to hear what you think. Thank you so much.